Well, I've been given this Massey 135 bonnet to do a bit of repair work to. You can see there's quite a large hole in here. There's quite a lot of dents along the front here that needs straightening out. There's a big dent in the side here, which is going to have to come out somehow. So we'll be doing a bit of work. think I'll be fabricating a new section here somewhere. I don't know how far we're going to have to cut back to get back to good steel. Time will tell on that. So I'll keep you posted, and we'll see how we go on this wee repair. So before I start hacking into this bonnet, I just want to check that we've actually got steel to fit. So I'm using a steel gauge. I've cleaned up a bit the panel in a good section, and I reckon that's 18 gauge. I found this box section in our scrap pile, and it fits just neatly into this gutter here. That will help me knock these the dents out in the front end here. Unfortunately, it's just a bit too. You can see the profile here and the profile here. It's just these are slightly narrower than this. So my plan is to slice out a bit here and fold that in so that it now, and then make a tool that fits that profile internally, so I can then use that profile to form a new section for the damaged bit here. So that's my plan at the moment. So I'll just press on with this and we'll see how we get on. So I've been having a wee rethink about this bonnet here. I'm going to have to cut this here to get to weld my new piece in, and I'm actually thinking about taking this section off because it'll make it easier to get in here and fix this. It's just spot welded. There's a spot weld there. There's a couple of spot welds there. There's damage in here as well. It's all horrible under here. So I think the best repair I'm going to be able to do here is just take this section off completely, which will help me. It'll be easier to reform this front edge here. So I think that's the game plan at the moment. I'm still working on the wee former for the thing. I'll need to strengthen this up, but it's the right, strengthen it up and tidy it up a bit. It's the right shape. It fits in. Fits in here just nicely. It just needs made a bit more solid, and then I can use that to form the shape here. So I think we're on the right plan, and we'll see how we go on. Well, I've spent a wee bit of time. I've knocked up this tool. Possibly not win any prizes for a competition, but it's a one-off job here, and that's going to fit neatly in there, and that's going to be my former for folding the steel round. So I'll start taking this panel apart and take it from there. Okay, so that's that. I managed to free that piece off, got all the welds out. Had to grind across the front here. So this was welded in here originally, and then it was spot welded down to hold it in place. So we'll be cutting, I don't know, about down here somewhere, and quite sort of far enough back so we're onto good steel, and then we'll just be removing this section here. I can now use my former and fit it in place, and it's quite a neat wee fit in there. So we'll be able to bend around that and get a new piece fitting in here. So let's get onto that. So I've had a good look at this now, and that's my target cut area, so back to good steel around there. So we'll get that cut out and get a new piece made. Quite often when I'm doing body panels, odd shapes, I use a dressmaker's tape, so that it's going to follow the contour nicely there, and I can see pretty much how much material I need to cut there. So that's what, 5 1/4 inches. I've made my first fold on using the welding table. It's quite a nice radius on this edge here. This edge here, if I'm looking for a sharp edge, there's a nice sharp edge here. So depending on what job I'm doing, if I want radius, I'll use bending around this side, sharp edge this side here. So it's quite handy wee table. We do have a box band folder, but I'll not be using that for this job. So I've had to get my thinking cap on and start being a wee bit creative on how I'm actually going to bend this. So what I've done, I've welded this solid beam onto the welding bench. I've welded my former onto that beam, and I've started to make the fold. So it's coming in quite nicely. I'm quite happy with that. So now I need to figure out how I'm going to make this fold in here, and then recreate that shape there. So we've got work to do yet, and I'm actually looking at this here now. I'm just going to measure that distance there and that distance there. Almost to my eye it looks as if it might be slightly different, so that might be a wee interesting challenge. So we'll see what we see. Okay. So I've got my patch panel made up. Pretty pleased with the shape of it. And then when I offer up to the tractor, it's pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with that. I'll just need to trim down here, get this shape here, and then that'll be it. I'll probably cut this a bit oversized initially, just get rid of some of this spare steel, and then we'll get this cut out and then trim it all to shape and call it a win. So yeah, happy with the way that all formed, and yeah, nice job.